Blessed ones of the nations of the world. This is your brother Dan Moses, or say your Sakodie of TRC, Ghana, saying to you from exile in America, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, in Ganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome. Kuso diwo to Sanyisenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o Sanu. Dezua, Enquine de Hena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezalubat, Bine I Binit, Barigalus, Bitaiche, are you born, Dobridoya, welcome, Estan, Hozot, Walang, Anumang, bienvenido, namaste, swagatam, kuis amadi, baruk, haba, marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying, nyejeko, anyamime, nyejeko, wezolo, novio, miawezo, akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Kwaba to Testimony New World Disorder. Blessed ones of the nations of the world. I know Ghana, humanity, Africa. I know it's been forever since we heard my voice, since we gathered here for an expose. The truth is, it's been very terrible moments for me, having had to have two of my precious family members' life cut off in secrecy by the cruel government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo and his cliques, evil forces in America. I had to mourn my two family members while they strategically cut me off financially to ensure that they had made it impossible for me to go back to Ghana to go join my uncle and his precious wife and children to mourn my uncle. So my uncle had been mourned for in my absence. However, God helped us and made a way for me, and I was able to go to Ghana on the 5th of February to join my father's family to mourn my father and to have a funeral for him. So it's been a very terrible, challenging, tough, really tough moment for me. That is why we haven't heard my voice for a very long time. I had to be in Ghana. I moved from Ghana to America on the 24th of February, and the White House, international authorities have heard my voice that I am back in America, but you haven't heard from me. This is the reason why it has been, I admit, it's been a very, very terrible moment. But amidst all this, God has been good. I'm saying that on the 5th of January, 5th of January, I had to be in Ghana. I've been back since the 24th of February. So we are welcome back to Testimony New World Disorder. Humanity and the nations of the world, I can assure us that by the grace of God, by the goodness of God, my family in Kumasi, my uncle's wife, and the children, God has been so good to them, and the family is doing very well. God's mercies and goodness has been with them, and we are doing very much okay. The challenge has been with my father's side. The challenge has been from that side because it is officially known to international authorities, including the United Nations, as to, records before them shows, is evident as to the kind of death that these precious family members of mine died, that they were willfully taken out of life by wicked forces in Ghana and in America in secrecy. And in my return to America after the funeral of my father, I had approached the international authorities, including the U.S. Justice Department, the U.S. The White House, the United Nations, affirming that no matter what the evil government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo doing to tear my family of the fathers, my father's family apart, in spite of my effort before them, which was to restore the families within the government of Nana Addo Dankwa never want to see, and immediately they have to ensure the elimination of the total destruction of my family before the family gets reunited, and therefore two family members being cut off in secrecy immediately to instill fear in me not to retreat from my effort before international authorities to restore the family and to unite the family. I had reiterated my heart to continue my effort to ensure that my father's side there is a restoration and peace between his brothers and the entire family. We get together as a family once again, and you can be rest assured, if my first effort in the year 2019, prior to the elimination of these two family members of mine out of life, to my effort before international to get the family reconciled, reunited, and had to trigger the elimination of two of my family members in secrecy to put me in fear, you can be assured that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo will do worse and are doing worse than that. But we are not moved. My family, my father's side in the BA and those in Tema, be rest assured, within the next the days, coming days, God shall help me to let you understand the kind of how our father was eliminated from life. You have so much questions regarding our father's elimination from life. You, I could see my brother ZK at a point. You had to step in the very grave of our dad to ensure that the unacceptable would not be given way. I saw in my eyes, my brother Sab, you were questioning. I was recording. I was taking evidence of coverage of events at the funeral, at the graveside, and you saw some things that were mind-boggling. You were questioning that, but who gave these people the right to bury our father with a Canadian flag, accompany the casket to the graveyard with I know that there are so much. There was so much that borders on madness in regarding what we were seeing at the burial of our father, and there are so much questions that we have. Don't worry, just be still. At the appointed time, as the program goes on, you would get to understand that No autopsy report, no coronary report could have uncovered what happened to our father, because there are huge forces in Ghana, the government, and forces in America that must ensure that, just like the elimination of JFK, the truth must be hidden from the American people. The government of Ghana and the US, forces in US, are ensuring that you'll be kept in the dark. So the question, so much questions you have on your mind, but they shall be dissolved by the help of the Lord. There are records before the international authorities that expose the government of Ghana and the forces here in uh, America who have done these two. It is for this reason that in Ghana in particular, the government is strategically capitalizing, taking advantage of the global fears, coronavirus, to divert the attention of the Ghanaian people from what the government has done. And they have gone to the extent of being so diabolical, colluding with forces in America to ensure global diversion, distraction, to the extent that they are robbing the New York Stock Exchange. Ever since I set foot on February the 24th, 2020, till this very moment, using the company that I work for, the sister company of which was used in the orchestration, which led to the cutting short of my uncle, Nana Daniel Bukweji's life. So they have not ceased from their evil. The shadows of their evil is haunting them so much that they must continue their wickedness to seek to destroy the global stock, the New York Stock Exchange, to the destruction of the global stock. So they are robbing huge since I set foot in America. But like I've said, I know very well that there is so much that is being coming, so much fear coming from the media, so much distraction coming from political forces, and the global forces are exploiting the woe of humanity. I say the global forces, the corporate forces are exploiting the woes of humanity in this global pandemic to induce panic buying, to empty their stores and their product for them. Pharmaceutical forces are taking advantage of the plight of humanity, and some politicians have crafted their agenda into this whole coronary scare, to the point that you don't have room to receive much. There is very little that you can take in at a time. So we know that God would tactically help us a little at a time with the heart of David and the strength of Samson. Hold the mask before the face of Nana Addo Akufo and his government and rip it off before the eyes of humanity, that the world, Ghana and the nations of the world, will know the evil behind the mask who have been killing the Ghanaian people, to the killing of my family members, while they collude with forces in the FBI, Montgomery County Police. James Opombo, we didn't pabon sem papa. So let's allow them to rob and steal at the global stock market. Beside all their evil, we would, by patience, a little at a time. Moses said, if the Lord is not going with us, we are not going. So we are walking back a little at a time. Family of my father, Nana Edubofo Jan II, all of us, those in Tema, those in BA, those in other nations of the world, we must be still. We must be still. God is in control. The family shall not be disintegrated, be destroyed. We shall not be wiped out of the surface of the earth as forces in America, the evil government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo intend and are ensuring. In the next video, we shall seek to put some energy into the heart of the Ghanaian people and humanity in regarding there's so much noise, destruction, the pandemic, the fears, that we strengthen ourselves to go forward, no matter what. So we are welcome back to Testimony New World. We are not in a haste. We are not in a rush. We are moving with the Lord. So as we are directed by the Lord, we show up with as little as we can at a time. God bless you for being here. God bless humanity and the nations of the world. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. It is finished. Occupy it.